Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to go through some of my most anticipated reads for either the end of October or early November that haven't been published yet, that I am absolutely feral to get my hands on. All the books I'm going to be talking through you can grab from goodgirlsread.com on their pre-order tab, so do make sure you check them out, because if you're like me and you want to get all the books as they're coming out, that is the best place to go. They have the best books on there. So let's dive in. So the first book I'm most excited for comes out on the 11th of November, and it's related to Leave Me Behind by Kaya Moronova. It is a brand new duology, so the first book comes out in November, the second book comes out in December, and the first book is called Your Knife, My Back. I always get the title of that wrong, and this is where you meet Cameron Morton. And he's in the Dark Forces, and let's just say he has a little bit of a problem. He has a partner in the Special Forces that always paired up, and every time he's given someone to be his partner, he ends up unaliving them. Whether he realises or not, I have read the first chapter of it because I got to read it at the end of Leave Me Behind, and I was absolutely hooked. It has a stunning sprayed edge on it as well if you do order it now, so I definitely recommend picking that one up because it's just going to be so exciting. The next one I'm super excited for comes out on the 4th of November, and I have read it. It's Bad Bishop by LJ Shen. It's the first in a 7-book series in the dark mafia world that she is releasing. I was obsessed with this book. So this is Tiernan and Lila's story. So Tiernan is part of the Irish mafia, Lila is part of the Italian mafia, and they always thought she was a bit late in developing, like she had delayed development. She's actually just deaf, but her mother's played this game where she's like, Lila, just pretend you don't know what's going on, because otherwise your father's going to marry you off. It's going to be horrible. I was married off when I was your age, and I hate my life. I literally have been a horrible life that I've had. And unfortunately, Lila is attacked at one of the parties that her father hosts, and she becomes pregnant. It wasn't nice reading that scene, in all honesty, but you know, you have to understand how she becomes pregnant. And following that, he then is saying to Tiernan, you have to marry my daughter. I know it wasn't you, but you have to marry her because I can't have her having a baby unwed. And then the story goes from there. Oh, the way that they develop their relationship between each other, it's just so good. And it's dual point of view. And then this one comes out on the 4th of November. You're going to want it in your life. If you know anything about me, you know I love ice hockey romances. And we are getting the final book in the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. It is called Breathe With Me, and it comes out on the 30th of October. I think this one's going to break me. So this is Cara and Emmett's story, and they're like a power couple. And then they try to have a baby and they realise that they're not able to, and there's some infertility issues with them. I think this one is going to destroy me. It's going to be trauma. It's obviously going to have some spice. I'm hoping it has a happy ending. But yeah, I feel like this is such a good one. It is the final book in the Playing for Keeps series as well. So I just can't wait to get my hands on this. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous for how much this book is going to break me. I know that's technically end of October, but we're not at the end of October yet, so I can count that as a pre-order. Then on the 28th of October, this one is just so me. It's meant to be Pen Pal meets Yellowstone in a dark Western romance, and it's called Branded by Saffron A. Kent. I don't know if I've read anything by Saffron A. Kent before. I don't think I have. So this college student is using a fake identity to send spicy letters to an inmate in prison. Now, this inmate is a convicted cowboy, and when he's released, he tracks that person down. He finds them. He's obsessed with them. And he literally has everything that this person has ever written to him etched into his soul, into his mind. He's going to find them. I don't know if I'd want a convicted cowboy after me, but I know I'm definitely going to read this book and love it. I am so excited for the spiciness of this. I can't even contain my excitement. But yeah, cowboys, darkness, pen pal. What more could you want? Then on the 23rd of October, we have The Wolf King by Lauren Palferman coming out. I think this is going to be so good. So this is about a princess called Aurora. The fact she's called Aurora, I am already obsessed with. And she attracts the eye of an alpha, a very powerful alpha called Callum. And he believes that she is the key to ending this brutal war that has been going on. So he kidnaps her. I feel like this is going to be like a dark romantasy. Anything involving werewolves, it's always just a little bit more twisted and dark. He wants to mark her as his own, and he can think of countless ways to do it. That is the tagline for this book. So the way that it has me drawn in, I'm like, oh, and it's a hardback with being a romantasy. You know I love my romantasies in hardback, so I am absolutely feral to get my hands, literally werewolf feral to get my hands on this book. And there's kidnapping. so, in case you can't tell, October and November I think is going to be some of my favourite books of the year. There are just so many good releases. So the next one I'm super excited for is actually indie to trad publish. So this is Fight by Sloane St. James, which is the first in the Skyridge Hotshot series. It comes out on the 6th of November in Traditionally Published. And this next one after that I think comes out in December sometime. This is about a guy who is a firefighter. He's really good at fighting fires, but let's just say he's not very good at dating. He picks people who are bad, and the person he's currently dating is keeping secrets from him. And when he starts to find out that she's keeping secrets from him, he's like, oh no, I've walked into a bad relationship yet again, which he just does not want to do. I absolutely love this series. These are spicy firefights. I actually love it as well because each book's written by a different author, so I cannot wait to get my hands on the trad published versions. Am I going to own both? Yes, it's me. We know I collect multiple copies of the same book, and it makes me happy. Then on the 6th of November, we have Freeing the Wild. This is the 4th book in the Silver Pine series by Paisley Hope. If you've never read the Silver Pine series by Paisley Hope, these are some of the spiciest cowboy books I have ever read. You think of your Elsie Silvers, your Lila Sage, your Bailey Hannah, your Jessica Peterson, and then just turn that spice up to 100 degrees. This is it. So this is the 4th book in the series, and this is Cassie and Hayden's story. You're getting a one-night stand, forced proximity, snowed in, which I just think is perfect for November time, and a one-bed trope. I absolutely cannot wait for you guys to read this one in the series. It is so good. You do get a little bit of found family as well. I feel like Paisley has mixed up a little bit of this one, but I'm sure you will love it. And this one comes out on the 6th of November. Then the next one that comes out on the 18th of November, I don't really have that much to say about because it's the second in a series of a romantic world that I don't want to spoil, but it is the second to Quicksilver, which is called Brimstone. Now, if you haven't read Quicksilver, this is about a girl called Ceres Faye who she steals from her queen, and let's just say she gets captured. And she then by mistake opens a portal to a Fae world, and it is very, very spicy man that she meets in this Fae world. This is, again, I would call this true dark romantasy. I wouldn't just say it's romantasy, I'd say it's dark, because once you meet you-know-who, it's very spicy. But yeah, I'm so excited for Brimstone. Of course, I had to treat myself to the new cover with the sprayed edge because Brimstone is going to have the copper sprayed edge, and I can't have a mixed matching set when there's a sprayed edge involved. So yeah, this one is the 18th of November. Then we have a romantasy by an author that I don't know has written any romantasy. I'm like, has Katharina Mora ever written a romantasy before? I've read a lot of her books, the Windsor series, things like that, Billionaire Romance. And I'm trying to think, have I ever seen her writing anything that's romantic? I don't think I have, but it comes out on the 28th of October, and it's called A Curse of Shadows and Ice. So it says, Arabella of Athelia is left no choice when Felix, the fearsome Shadow Emperor, known for his deadly powers and his thirst for conquests, threatens to overthrow her home, unless she agrees to marry him. So of course you're getting that Katharina forced marriage that she knows and loves, but she's a princess with forbidden magic, and when she learns that he and his empire are plagued by ice and a monstrous darkness, and she's been prophesied to set them free, they come to an agreement. Help him minimize the curse effect on his people, and he'll let her go. I feel like that's going to be absolutely amazing. Again, this is hardback, but yeah, let me know in the comments if you know if Katharina Mora's written any romantasy, because I'm like, I don't think she has, and I'm super excited for this one. Then on the 6th of November, we have Blackthorn. I believe this is actually coming out in hardback. I was lucky to read an advanced copy by J.T. Geisinger. This is a standalone book. This is Maven and Ronan's story. So Maven is part of a little bit of a cookie family, let's just say. They're known as being a bit weird in her town. And years ago, she ran away from her family, she ran away from her small town, and she was pregnant. And Ronan believes that this baby is his. So now that she's back because her grandmother's passed away and there's a funeral, he's going to prove that this baby is 100% his. He is adamant. But things start going missing, including her grandmother's body. And there is the plot twist of all plot twists in this book. I physically couldn't put it down. When I got to the plot twist, I was like, shooketh. I couldn't believe it. I thought Pen Pal by J.T. Geisinger had one of the biggest plot twists I've ever read. It's not even near I can't even say where it is, but when you hit the plot twist in this, good luck. I absolutely devoured it. I read it in a day, couldn't put it down. It is romantasy. It's perfect. It's just so good, and you will love it. And then the last one I meant to mention comes out on the 11th of November. Again, it's a follow-on, but I don't know how it's going to follow on, so I'm just going to do like a honourable mention. And it's called Between Two Kings, and it's by Lindsay Straub. So it's the second book in the series to Kiss the Basilisk. If you haven't read Kiss the Basilisk, this is a really spicy Bachelor style vibe. So these girls are being trained by basilisks to seduce a prince, and whoever can be the sexiest gets to win the prince's hand in marriage. It does sound weird, and yes, it is weird. You'll absolutely love this. So yeah, that comes out on the 11th of November. So that brings me to the end of just some of the books I'm really excited for that are coming out end of October and in November as well. If there's any on your list, let me know, and do make sure you check out goodgirlsread.com to pre-order all your books today. Honestly, it's my go-to place when I'm looking for new books, especially in the dark romance category. If you have enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe and turn that notification on so you're notified when I post next week, and I'm hoping it's going to be a vlog. Fingers crossed I managed to film some content. See you next week, lovelies!